If you ask most landscaping or hardscaping business owners how their business is doing, you'll typically hear things like, we're pretty busy, or we're booked out, or we're definitely doing more work than last year. But then if you start to ask them some other simple questions like, how much does it cost you to get a customer? Which of your services are the most profitable? And where are leads falling off? A lot of times that's where the answers get a little fuzzy. And that's a major problem that's likely holding you back as it relates to growing your business. Now, my name's Charles. I'm with Become the Authority. We work with landscaping and hardscaping business owners to put real systems in place so growth becomes predictable and profitable. And today, I want to talk about why not knowing your numbers keeps your business spinning their wheels, okay? Because most business owners aren't bad at business, right? They're just running blind. They know money is coming in, they know money is going out, but they don't know why some months feel great and other months feel tight. Because here's the most common situation. You're going to be spending money on marketing, right? Maybe it's Google ads, maybe it's Facebook, maybe it's a mix of different things, right? And you start getting leads coming in through the door. Phone call here, form fill there, stuff like that, right? Jobs are getting done, people are booking. But at the end of the month, you find yourself not so sure if the marketing actually paid off. Which jobs actually made you money? Which jobs barely broke even? And as a result, your decision making starts to get emotional instead of analytical. You spend more when things feel slow, you pull back when cash feels tight, and you just keep guessing instead of knowing. And I want to walk you through a simple example. Let's say you spent $1,500 on marketing in a month, and from that, you get 30 leads. That means each lead costs about $50 a piece. So far, that's just math. Now, let's say you close 6 of those leads. That means each job costs you about $250 to acquire. Now, here's where knowing your numbers matter. If those jobs are $500 landscaping jobs, that might be tight. The margins are going to be disappearing very quickly in that example, right? But if the jobs you booked are $4,000 or $5,000 hardscaping projects, that $250 you put in to acquire a customer suddenly looks like a great trade. It's the same ads, the same leads, but it's a completely different type of outcome. And this is why some businesses say advertising works and others say that it doesn't. They're not advertising differently, they're literally running different types of math. Now, this is the part that most people miss. Those numbers only matter if they're accurate. And normally, they're not very accurate because missed calls, slow follow-up, and forgotten estimates quietly change the math on that. If you were supposed to close 6 jobs, but you only closed 3 because your follow-up was sloppy, your real cost per job actually just doubled. You didn't lose money on ads, you lost it because there was a bottleneck or the system leak. This is why knowing your numbers and having good systems in place goes hand in hand. You can't fix what you can't see, and you can't see clearly without proper tracking and systems in place. This is where automated systems and tools matter. Not because they're fancy, not because there's a bunch of AI buzzwords in them, but because they give you the visibility you need to make decisions in your business. When leads flow through a real system instead of a spreadsheet or notes, you get to see how many leads came in, how fast those leads were contacted by you and your team, how many of those leads booked estimates, how many of them actually got estimates, how many of those estimates turned into jobs, so on and so forth. And now decisions get so much easier to make because you're not guessing whether ads are working anymore. You know that they're working. You're not wondering why profits feel thin. You can trace it and notice that you were doing a bunch of low margin jobs as opposed to your more profitable services. And once you know the numbers, you can fix the right things. You can stop advertising low margin services. You can double down on advertising high profit work, you can tighten follow-up where deals are dropping, and then invest confidently without hesitating and being afraid, right? So this is the difference between feeling busy and feeling in control of your business. And that all just wraps into this. Growth doesn't stall because owners don't care. It stalls because they don't have a clear, visible understanding of their business. And the visibility isn't just going to come from guesswork or memory. It comes from having strong automated systems that track the metrics that matter. And ultimately, that's exactly what we look for during our marketing and systems audit that we do for clients. We break down what you're spending on ads, what's coming back, where leads are falling off, where the bottlenecks are happening, and which parts of the business are actually responsible for making you the most money. And once the numbers are clear, the path forward usually is too. So if you feel like you're working hard, but you look in your bank account and you're not seeing the payoff that you think you should, there's a good chance that the issue isn't effort, it's a lack of understanding around what services are most profitable and what you need to be advertising and the systems that are running those processes, right? So if you want help getting clarity on that, go ahead and book a free marketing and systems audit. We're going to take a look at your lead flow. We're going to take a look at your internal systems and just show you where the bottlenecks are, give you some great strategies on what you could be advertising. And if it makes sense for us to work together, we will. So I'll see you on the next one.